Dan, we're not going to do that today, but